my studio right now, or the building in which my studio is in. It's where I like to hide when I'm in London. So let's go in. Right now we are in my studio, and this is where I make all the music that I make. Everything that I've done, it's happened in this room. When I was at school, I didn't really have any interests or any skills. I had no idea what I wanted to do, and obviously music is something of a pipe dream when you're that age. It was either that or work in shops, which I did for a good few years. I'm great at putting things on shelves, good at rotating the dates and everything, so I'm very confident I could get back there. But I don't think right now that I really want to. It's a big, constant kind of in the back of the head reminder and motivator to keep going. My musical influences are Timbaland, Kurt Cobain when I was much younger. I was obsessed with him. And then later on, maybe Daft Punk and Outkast. And then I like kind of rock, like Spin Doctors, Pearl Jam. I think ultimately, the main reason I'm sat here is because in the early days I just wouldn't sort of give up badgering people with demo CDs. I got 2 replies from my 2 favourite record labels at the time, which was Defected and Azuli. And the bosses of both of them sent me very nice handwritten letters with a few free bits of vinyl saying that it was good for a 15-year-old, which was great. I realised when I was, you know, like adult, maybe 18 or 19, I'd send out those tracks, I wouldn't get those letters anymore, and then I thought maybe it's because I was 15, and it was. So the thing that kind of spurred me on and not go to university or anything like that was those letters. I think back when I got a deal, MySpace was at its peak, so I was really lucky in that respect to be there. It was probably only a 2-year window that you could do that. I don't know if there's a way of getting signed through MySpace anymore. It's so confusing and weird, and nobody goes on it.
You know better than I do.
Here's some of the gear that I use or don't use, or I've least collected. The Mini Moog Voyager here, which looks nice but isn't that useful for anything. I use this a lot. Dave Smith Prophet 8. Plug it into this thing and you can play any number of amazing sounds. The AC unit there. This thing's quite interesting. This is like the new type of keyboard. You can play chords on it like this, but it teaches you the relationship of the notes between other chords. So you come up with different like chord sequences based on weirdness, basically, not actual music. All manner of weird little guitar pedals. I remember I exchanged this for a tiny mixer with my mate. I was about 18. Gives you the Jimi Hendrix wah-wah sound, which I've never used. Choir day. I think they call it a glockenspiel, maybe a xylophone. I get it mixed up. I think xylophone's the one with the wood. There's a dismantled drum kit. Mic is supposed to be over there, but it's not. This is a mixture between where I record vocals and little things that I've just got that I want to test out, like this, and another AC unit. Oh, very important. Very important to keep cool when you're making tracks. A lot of bits of paper with lists on. That's an 808. This is the API 1 delay unit, the classic. I forget the model now, which is embarrassing. Preamp for a mic, Prophet 5, which is the original Prophet 8, which is over there. I use a lot. I like to keep this mic on the floor because it's really expensive. There's a guitar on the floor as well. I like to keep all my most precious things on the floor because it means I use them a lot. The floor's a great place for storage, I find. I can sit and play notes on this guitar, or like really basic chords, or pick a few things up, and then I cut up the audio so that it sounds amazing. Take you through a very primitive dance beat for a little while. If you handed me a piano and said play this, I wouldn't be very good, sadly. In here, I do the things that I can't do anywhere else. So the keyboards that are in here, can't take any of them with me. The guitar, the bass, the fact that it sounds amazing in here. So I start off in here and end in here. So I'll mix in here because it sounds, you know, the sound is very true, you know, rather than sitting with a pair of headphones or blasting out your laptop speakers.
Right now, I'm living life to mess around and play.
The only advantage of being in here is that there's nothing going on. It's completely silent all around. And you know, if you turn your phone off, you can just disappear, you know, and not have anything happen. No one will come in, no one will knock on the door. It's just like nothingness. You're just left to get on with that. I don't even have internet in here. I can't Twitter and, like, you know, procrastinate, not do anything. It's just this is the room to do music, and that's it. The advantage is I can come in here and record things like the keyboards, the real instruments, and then take laptop with me and go and work on it on a plane or wherever, or just on the road. Yeah, travel's a big part of it. That's why it's good. I can take things with me. I can work on music. It's pretty much, at the moment, just music 24/7.
I'm coming round and now my vision is so clear.
We are at the Music Box, which is a venue in LA. I'm about to go on, play the show. Looks good out there, you know. It's going to be fun. I think the main reason I prefer DJing now is because most of the time there's just people around you just, you know, having fun, partying, going off. I mean, America's, at the moment, is the best place to play for me. Historically, it's been good here, so hopefully tonight will be the same sort of thing. I think the Music Box takes it to a different level because they have such a huge area behind you, with like the VIP area or whatever, but it's good, it's fun. It's really just about trying to discipline yourself. Like when you say you arrive in a hotel in Vegas, it would be nice to sit and have a mojito by the pool until your show, but you need to try and stay in your room and work on tracks because this is a valuable day and you're not playing until 1:30, and you can have a drink after the show, you know, it's like 4 o'clock in the morning, you're not going to go back and work, but during the day and like in airports and stuff, you need to try and get into work mode because it's so easy to just go on a big long holiday, which is initially what I did like 2007, 8 or whatever. I was just like not really thinking about what the next record was going to be, which is why I released like One in 2008, which was that Dizzy Rascal track. That's like all I did.
If I'm out on my own, then I can look at you looking at me. If I'm out on a date, then I just shut my eyes, then I can see. Get away from the bar. your boyfriend, hold your jaw and dance for you. That's why I'm asking beats, and let's party, beat. Come and dance with me.
I think if you speak to anyone who's been making music for like half their life, which I have, they've explored pretty much everything, you know. They've tried any genre of music, any numbers of genres, so you know, you just mess around, and ideas that you've done where you've tried to make a song which sounds like a band, you can incorporate into a dance tune. So, I mean, I'll keep it strictly dance music forever, but doesn't mean you can't make it interesting and incorporate other styles. It's all about experimenting for me. That's what's fun about it, is just locking yourself away and, you know, trying to come up with something different. I just always want to make music that sounds different to what I've done before. I think if I wanted to do carbon copies of I'm Not Alone, I probably could have done that for the last 2.5 years, because that sound is still there, which is a surprise to me, even. Dance music, it's easy to make the same thing again and again, but that's not what I like about dance music. I think the main thing I like is that you can incorporate so many different sounds into something that goes off. You know, you don't want to be like mini David Guetta. You want to make your own music and be your own man.
I feel so close to you right now, it's a force field.
So we're here in the desert, somewhere in the desert in California. We came here because it's very hot, looks like the desert, and it's very windy.
And there's no stopping us right now. I feel so close to you right now.
We are shooting the video for Feel So Close, which is the next single, obviously. I think in general shooting videos isn't my favourite thing to do, but I'm aware that I probably need to be in them. It'd be a shame if I wasn't. You make sure you go somewhere nice, you know, if you can, and just have a bit of fun with it, you know. I mean, the reason we've found ourselves in America again is, I mean, Vince is here, the director, all his team's here. I mean, I'm here a lot now. I like videos to be sort of out of any reality that most people are used to. I don't know many people that hang about in the desert driving cars and, you know, meeting girls, so.
I wear my heart up on my sleeve like a big...
There is a girl in it who was told to flirt with me, as they always are in these videos, and it's funny. One of the setups was the one I was in a kind of disused garage area. I drove a bit, not really on the road, and then there were other setups, I don't even know where they were, just some in the desert with rocks and houses. They do some double time things when you sing along to the music, like chipmunk style. Not the artist, the cartoon characters. I mean, my brief for the video when I spoke to Vince was awesome car in the desert, and that was it. So he took that and he built a story around it. I'm not 100% sure what the story is, but I think it's a good one. Vince is amazing. I've worked with him before on Flashback and Khalees video Bounce, so I'm very confident that he's pulled something amazing out of the bag again.
I feel so close to you right now.
I love life on the road. Life on the road is good. I like forgetting about bills and, you know, mortgages and parking tickets, and, you know, it's the best thing in the world, just playing shows, just making music, having fun, shooting the odd weird video in the desert. It's like, I'm not complaining. It's gone well, you know, it's been sunny. I've been trying my best to act. But usually they get me to act like not bothered, so I'm really good at that. You don't really need to make any effort to act not bothered. So he makes me do that a lot. I think the best thing about singing on the new single is I know that I'll never have to do it live. I literally did it in this room, didn't even do it in the booth. I was sat there in front of that computer with the mic in my hand. The way it was sung, I don't really see being able to replicate that with anyone else, really. But, you know, I looked at it very objectively and I was very up for not singing on it. I'm quite an introverted guy, so being up there trying to be like rock star, pop star, whatever, wasn't really happening. So there needed to be some sort of way I could go back and do what I was doing before, which was just making tracks, and that's what I was good at, or at least better at that than singing and dancing around. So I made that decision, did the track with Khalees, which did really well. Like, it did better than anything that I've done, that I've sang on. So that kind of proves to me that I must have been right. The band's video is doing great. It's had a great reaction. You know, I love it. I love the video. I can say that because I had very little to do with it. Khalees is great, you know, she's a pro. She's a great singer. She was the first person that came into my mind for that track, so when she agreed to do it, I was very happy. I knew it was going to turn out good, and it did, I think. To date, I've only chosen Khalees to work with. Everyone else has approached me. I mean, in the past, we've got things like emails asking for remixes. It's really only that I turned down. I don't really like doing remixes. I like making songs, writing music, not trying to make something else, you know, out of someone else's music. So I kind of keep everything for myself and then approach people rather than the other way around. I'm not really into working with other people at the moment, apart from if it comes out with my name on it. It's very selfish.
This reflection in my mirror reminds me of you. When I tilted towards the sunlight.
I think the method I'm employing at the moment of just doing singles and seeing if an album materialises could possibly backfire. But I think as long as I'm getting support from radio and TV and stuff, as long as the tracks are good, hopefully that's all that really matters, you know. The music that I make is very current, so it wouldn't make sense to spend 6 to 8 months locked in a studio making an album and just doing it that way. I prefer touring in between studio time, and more ideas come and it's more fun, and then it means every song that comes out isn't very old as well. So that's really the idea. There'll be an album eventually, but I'm not in a rush. It'd be nice to do it. I want to do at least 3. Doing 2 albums doesn't feel like enough. Yeah, it'll come eventually. You know, if I was going to say I was working on an album, I would be halfway through it. I've got maybe about 7 tracks done. With a new record, I mean, I've always made dance music. I suppose it has more of a club feel, you know? I mean, I'm releasing records for the first time that is just for club. Dance music's suddenly blown up in America more than, I think, anywhere. And it's getting bigger and bigger. And I would like to thank David Guetta for that. I think the way dance music's taken off has been some kind of surprise. I think maybe when When David Guetta, Lady Gaga had that really good year, 2009 was like the main time when everyone just was well into it. I don't know what happened. I think just lots of people changed their mind at the same time, combined with like a few good songs. Past few years, standout moments would be the first time I got in the chart. I believe I went in at number 16 with Except from the 80s, which then rose to 10, which was good. Decent result. I was well happy with that. I definitely don't think of myself as famous. I walk around here, walk around in Camden, where I live, nothing. So far I've gotten away with being able to make music and do this and not have that side of it that might become annoying, but I don't know. And if anyone does spot me and ask for a picture, I'm like, yes, let's do it, why not? But it just doesn't happen that often. It only really happens at shows, when it's very obvious that it's me, because I've just come off stage. Don't really get any downtime, don't really have any hobbies. This used to be the hobby, and now it's just what I do all the time. Like driving with with some, you know, CD in the CD player, whatever that may be. I just like driving about, no one in particular. But I don't really do that either, so it's just this. This is what I do. The thing about me is I'm essentially quite a boring dude. I just kind of get on with things in a very dull way, but then sometimes I don't know, there's clearly something wrong up there. Sometimes I just want to destroy a situation. I'm just a bit weird sometimes. I mean, I'm trying to curb it. I'm trying to, you know, I'm being nice to everyone on Twitter. I'm just being nice to everyone. I like being nice to people because I like people being nice to me. I suppose I've been obsessed with music since I was about 14. Obviously, I dreamt of being able to do music as a job, you know, and nothing else, not having to, you know, do a regular thing. But anything beyond that, I never really thought, because I didn't really know it existed. What I'm doing now, I never thought was physically possible, but apparently it is, so that's great.